guys, thanks so much again for joining in. My name is Tando and today we're gonna be cleaning up my kitchen. So I started cleaning my kitchen and I just didn't stop. I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the evening and that's the only time I figured, let me sit down. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm still gonna be tired and everything, but I actually really am happy. I got rid of quite a lot of clutter that was just there, with me thinking, yo, I'm gonna just switch this up. I'm gonna take this old bottle that I should have thrown away months ago and had decided to keep, and forgot about, and it landed in the back of my cupboard and just stayed there. So apart from old stuff that I thought I'd make crafts out of, there was a lot of plastic bags. So I worked to get rid of the bags and all the extra clutter. I kept what I really thought I would use some point in the future, which was probably just 3 items. And I just tried to tidy up. So this was made to be a regular afternoon after work where I just get home, start the dishwasher, just clear up the kitchen and keep it tidy before we prepare for dinner time. And I don't know what happened. I just ended up doing everything, like restocking all the countertop stuff. I had eggs that I had bought over the weekend that we just hadn't opened yet. And the reason for this was we still had eggs remaining over, which we still have one more of from the previous bit of eggs that we had bought. So what we do in order not to actually end up with the previous batch of eggs is we remove whatever's left over and we try keep the one on top, and I do try mark it. Next up was a coffee machine, which was dirty as I'd used it over the weekend. I spilled a bit of the hot chocolate when I was trying to make some, so I'm just going to wash the entire thing. And I'm going to try to take it apart. All the parts that can come apart I will take out. Yeah, that was just wrong. I was supposed to have thrown that out when I was done making myself some hot chocolate, but yeah, missed it. I put in hot water, a bit of bleach and some sunlight dishwashing liquid. I tried to clean up as much of whatever residual dirt was left from the spillage, and unfortunately had left the coffee machine on top of my counter next to the stove over the weekend, so it had a bit of oil build up, but I did manage to get rid of that. I cleaned up all the pots separately, allowed them to dry, and worked at reassembling my coffee machine. My weekly restock involves mostly all the stuff that's on top of the counter that just needs to be filled up again. I keep most of the stock items in the pantry, and I try to fill up my glass items as soon as they are low or have gone down. I did, however, wash these this time around because they had a bit of dust. We are in the winter, it's been a bit dusty. I've forgotten the windows open a couple of days in a row, so I really did have to wash that. I am totally out of marshmallows. I need to get more of those. Oh yes, I got these from the Crazy Store at 29 Rand each. I really like the style of the cup, and of course they're both initialed and personalized. I was feeling slightly accomplished round about here, but I still had that pang of guilt about what I know, and what I know was haunting me. So I decided from this point onwards that I'm just gonna start and try to unpack as much as I can from my cupboards and clean and tidy up, and those on the countertop are just our ingredients for dinner. So I had my dishes going, nothing was in the sink, but who was I fooling? Under the sink, here when this is another part of my kitchen that really makes me unhappy. I'm so unhappy about it. Not as unhappy as I am about this though. Like, guys, I can't keep buying plastic bags every time I'm at the shops. So here's the gutting. Here's me taking everything out. All my cleaning items, which were just randomly put in there. That's the craft part of my cupboard that's just, a total mess. I took a shoebox that I found in my daughter's room. I used the marble contact paper to just cover it and make it a little bit prettier and easier to look at. and afterwards then stored stuff within it. And then the rest of the time is just me trying to gut and clean out my cupboard, throw away stuff that I'm not going to be using, organizing tools and craft stuff that I have accumulated, and just trying to clean up my space. Of all the things that I'm really happy about, I'm quite happy about the organization that I tried to put together here, with all the stuff that I really had on hand and not having to buy new stuff to try organize my cupboard with. And obviously probably will be buying stuff in the future because I still have my pantry to think about, and I don't know, I need some sort of grace for that. It's quite a mess, especially my cereals, the rice pastas that are in their original packaging. I don't find it appealing, and my dream pantry is not what I'm living right now. I'm living my pantry nightmare. So yeah, I will be getting more stuff as soon as I can. Right here, I came across Christmas decorations at firelighters, guys. Yonkin donje lids that had no vases to be closing. All the stuff that I did come across and that I didn't think I'd need again, I had decided to throw away and throw out. Not to reuse, not to keep clutter, just to cleanse. And I did feel a whole lot better after this. A lot had lifted off my shoulders, and there was zero guilt after this, I promise. Every time I look at my kitchen cupboard right now, I just feel a bit of glee. We do live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Our kitchen is quite large, but we don't have quite a lot of space to store my craft stuff. So I did reserve just the lower part of the kitchen sink cupboard for my craft things. So I found a box that I wasn't using anymore, and I decided to organize my paints, glues, beads, and other loose ornaments inside of. And yeah, it did really work out well. They kept sturdy as they were tightly packed in, and I'm quite happy about it. I was ruthless with myself about what I needed to keep, what I really had to throw away this time, and I ended up just feeling very excited about the final product. All the stuff that I did keep are most likely going to be reused for future projects or repeat projects. If someone does ask me to make them something in future, then I still do have some of the stock samples that I was using for my DIYs. I even ended up throwing away that empty bottle of wine that I thought I was gonna try make a ceramic vase out of. I decided against it. I just thought that I'll get something of a different shape instead of a bottle of wine to reuse. I will try go to my local thrift shop again and look at their glassware section. And usually they go around from actually 10 Rand, so I wouldn't mind painting over something that I got for a low price instead of just reusing an item that's just still going to look like a bottle of wine at the end of the day. So I did trash that. At this point, I'd thrown away all that I wanted to throw away. All that needed to be done now was just to organize and place stuff back into the cupboard. So yeah, that's what I did next, and then I was done. Yay! This was it, guys. This is what I had eventually managed to do. I got rid of a lot. I kept what I needed, and I am happy. And that dishwasher trick that I posted on my Instagram stories legit works. My dishes came out dry, I promise, guys. Try it out. And that's it from me today again, guys. Thanks so much for joining and watching. Please do subscribe, share, and comment. Bye.